In the previous Zoom class, we have covered some topics related to tokens like keywords, identifiers, literals. These three topics we have covered in the previous class. In today's class, I want to start with operator. Only two topics are left. One is operator and second one is punctuator. These also part of the token because token covers total 5 things. One is keyword, second one is identifier, third one is literal, fourth one is operator, and last one is called punctuator. Punctuator, you also say punctuator like delimiters. Is it clear? Total 5 things we have for tokens. Token means smallest individual unit of our program. Now, see this PDF. Now this file is visible to you. This file is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In this file, the topic is operator. So today we will continue with this topic, operator. Operator is used to perform some operation. So operator is a part of the token that triggers some computation or action when applied to the variables. Suppose that we want to add two numbers. So here A and B, let us suppose A and B, these two are the variables because its value can be changed during the execution of program, and in between we want to add. So that time we have to use plus sign. We have to use plus sign. So here plus act as an operator. So plus is a part of token. So means operator are the tokens that trigger, means that apply some computation or action on the variables. Is it clear? Then there are many types of operators. One is unary operator. Unary operators are those which applied only in one operand. Only on one operand means it requires only one operand, like positive 5. If you are writing only 5, that means this is positive 5, means this number is in positive. Suppose you want to write -5, so here minus sign represent this is a negative number. So unary plus, unary minus, bitwise complement and logical negation are the example of unary operator. Unary operator requires only one operand. Unary operators require only one operand. Here operand means a variable, nothing else. Here operand means variable. Then second is binary operators. Binary operators are operators that requires two operands. Binary operators takes two operands to perform their operations. Clear? Like binary operators are arithmetic operator. In this, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder, or you can say modulus, exponent, floor division. These all operators come under arithmetic operators. Then bitwise operators. Bitwise operators perform on the bit. This is bitwise AND, bitwise XOR, that is called bitwise exclusive or bitwise OR. We will see all the things afterwards in the next chapter. This is the introduction part. This is the Python introduction. In this we will cover only introduction about the operator. Then shift operators, left shift and right shift. This also works with the bits. Bits you call 0 and 1. Then identity operator. Identity operators like in, is or not is not, means element is present or element is not present, like this. Then next operator name is relational operator. Relational operator, like this operator is used to perform show the relationship between two or more than two variables, like less than. Just you are saying that a less than b. A less than b means you are comparing two values. So that's why this type of operator comes under relational, or you can say it is comparison operator. So less
एक्सक्यूज मी
than,
सर.
yes.
सर आप जिस टॉपिक को पढ़ा रहे हैं उसको थोड़ा सा जूम कर दीजिए क्योंकि ये बहुत ज्यादा छोटे.
Now it is visible. The name of these are visible or not?
सर बहुत लाइट विजिबल है, मतलब ज्यादा नहीं है.
Okay, now it is visible. This time I have this PDF, so according to this you have to read it. Less than sign, greater than sign, less than equals to, greater than equals to, equal to operator, or not equal to operator. All these operator comes under relational operator category. Means these operator is only for comparing two or more than two variables or its values. Then next is assignment operator. Assignment operators are used to assign the value in the variable, like equals to sign. Equals to means as a part of assignment. Now see the example of this. If I am writing a equals to 5, if I am writing a equals to 5 like this, that means the value of a is 5. That means we are assigning 5 in variable a. You don't say sir a is equal to 5 means a 5 के बराबर है. This is not correct. This time I am saying a, the value of a is 5 means 5 is assigning variable b. Then b equals to 10. That means 10 is assigning in variable b. After that, suppose I am writing c equals to 5. That means we are assigning 5 in variable c. We are assigning 5 in variable c. Now see here, if a equals to c colon print both are equal. Now say this, both are equal, then else wait a minute, I want to make this program here. A equals to a equals to 5, and then b equals to 10, and then c equals to 5. Then I want to write if a equals to c colon, then print both are equal, else print both are not equal. Save this code. demo2.py. Now see, both are equal. The output is both are equal. That means when we are writing double equal sign, this double equal sign comes under, see here, equal to operator. लिखा है relational operator. Relational operator is used for comparison. Here equal to, for equal to we will use double equal sign. So in this program I have used double equal sign for comparison, but single equal sign is used to represent only assignment. That's why I am saying that 5 is assigning in variable A, 10 is assigning in variable B, and 5 is assigning in variable C. If you want to check they are equal or not, so you have to write here A equals to C. So the value of A and C both are equal. So according to that I have written here both are equal. If I am writing here, change this program and check right here B, A equals to B, and now run it. Now message is both are not equal. It means it will compare variable value with the help of this equal operator, double equal operator. So don't say sir equal is for equal to. Is it clear?
Excuse me, sir.
Any doubt?
Yes, sir. Sir, if there would be
Wait a minute.
A is equal to,
Yes, ask your doubt.
sir, if A is equal to 6 and C is equal to 5, then what would be the answer?
Wait a minute. Again, I'm sharing this screen. If A equals to 5 and B equals to
If A is equal to 6,
6
now
and,
with the same sign, what would be the answer?
and B equals to remain 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now again same thing. It will display both are not equal because the value of A is 6 and the value of B is 10. Both are different. Now check it. It will display answer both are not equal because this time the value of A and B both are different. The value of A is 6 means we are assigning 6 in variable A, and the value of B is 10 means we are assigning 10 in variable B. So means the value of A is 6 and value of B is 10. Both are different. That's why it is saying that both are not equal. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next is, similarly we have more assignment operator like assign quotient, then assign quotient, assign sum, assign product, assign remainder. So these all are the assignment operator. Means divide sign is given with the assignment, so that's why it is saying that assign quotient. Plus sign given with the assignment operator, so saying that assign sum. Multiply sign with the assignment, that means assign product. Modulus, this is a modulus sign, that means called remainder, so it will assign remainder. Similarly minus equals to, that is difference. Then is double multiply sign is for exponent, and then this is called floor division. I will explain one by one afterwards in the next chapter. Then next operator name is logical operator. Logical operator is helpful when you have two or more than two condition. It will work when this topic you have read in Boolean algebra also. And is used when both the conditions are true, or is used when either one of the condition is true. If you have two conditions and then both the conditions are true, then it will return answer true in case of logical AND. Similarly, when you have two conditions and you have written or in between, then either any one of the condition is true, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Similarly, membership operator. Membership operator means in or not in, means element is present in the list or element is not present in the list. So this operator works there in the list, tuple or dictionary. This we will see afterwards in the next chapter. Everything we will see afterwards. This is the introduction part. So operator always work inside the operand or in a expression, there are various operators like unary operator, binary operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, shift operator, identity operator, relational operator, membership operator, assignment operator. So these many are the operators. Next is punctuator. Punctuator are the symbols that are used in the programming language to organize sentence structure. Like these many are the punctuators. A punctuator you have seen in the keyboard also, like single quotation mark, double quotation mark, pound sign, division sign, bracket, small bracket, curly bracket, big bracket, @ comma, colon, dot. Everything you have seen in the keyboard also. So these are called punctuator. This operator, sorry, this punctuator we apply in the expression also or in the statement also. Is it clear? Everything we will see afterwards. Don't worry about this. So this much about the tokens. Tokens we have completed. In tokens, 5 things will come. One is keyword, second one is literal, third one is identifier, fourth one is operator, and last one is punctuator. Next, bare bones of a Python program. So there is a structure of a Python program. All the things are covered here in this program. See this program. Now see this program. Here, this is a punctuator. This is a punctuator. Has, or you can say pound sign. Pound sign is a punctuator, or in programming it is used for comments. Means comments always begin with pound sign. Comments, if you are writing comments, so comments always begin with pound sign. So this program shows a program's component. That means this line will not read by the compiler of this Python language. It is only for users readable purpose. Then def cu. Def is means definition. Cu and open parenthesis, closing parenthesis, and colon sign is given. Again, see this. This two things comes under punctuator. These two things comes under punctuator, and it is a part of the program also. Now here this is called definition of the function. Means function is written here. So means DEFCU. Cu is a function, or it is this complete is a definition of this function. Now after that, main program code follows. Now again it is a comment because it is written here start with the pound sign. Then a equals to 5, b equals to a minus 10. What is this? Print a plus 3, a. So these three are called statements. Every single line in Python is called statement. So here a equals to 5 is a single statement, and then is again a single line statement. This is a single line statement. So all three are the statements. Then if b is greater than 5, b is greater than 5 colon. If colon sign is written, if colon sign is written with any condition or any loop, that means that is called, that is denoted a block. Okay, means print statement is written inside this if, means colon means it's a block. Colon sign always represent we are working in a block. These three lines are the separate statements, whereas this two lines act as a block because here at the end colon sign is written. Clear? Then one more thing you keep in your mind. See here, all the lines or statements are written in a same manner. देखो, same, beginning from the same position. Starting कहाँ से हो रही है? Same position से हो रही है. Whereas this line, this print line is written inside of if statement. Means there is a some indentation. We have provided some indentation because this print line is the part of the if statement. Similarly, else. Similarly, as after that colon is written, that means these two lines comes under block, and this print statement is written inside the else statement. That means there is the indentation. This indicate this line is inside the else. Indentation always used to identify which line is attached with the word. Clear? And then cu is a part of a function. Say same, cu is written here also, cu is written at the end also. So means that this cu is a calling part, means this part will call to the definition of the function. This is a calling part of the function. Whenever function is called, so it goes to the called function, means definition of the function. That's why one comment is written here, calling above defined function cu, means this function is used to call the above defined function, which is defined above at the top. So these all, when we are making a program, these all are necessary, means this will come in our program, like comment will also come, statements come, indentation, expressions, functions, punctuators, keywords, everything will come in the program while you make Python program. Clear? So all these are the components of Python program are expressions, comments, block and indentation, then statements and functions. Is it clear? Now next is one by one you have to see here expression. Expression is a legal combination of symbols that represent a value. You know very well, expression you also use in the mathematics, you use expression. An expression is any legal combination of symbols that represent a value. Simple definition. Then if you have any doubt, ask your doubts. If you have any doubt, please ask. So today in this session we have covered some topics related to the tokens like operators and punctuators, and after that some parts of the program like what is function, what is indentation, statements, comments. These many topics we have discussed today. If you have any doubt, please ask to me. Definitely I will solve your problems. But now this time you also ask your doubts if you have regarding any topics. Please ask to me if you have. In the next class we will discuss afterward what is variable and how we can find the address of particular variable, means where it is stored, what is the address of variable. Can I put